comedy, the biggest one is Monty Python. I've gone on about Monty Python. They're my gods. If you want to see, if you haven't seen much of Monty Python, a lot of it's available on DVDs. You can YouTube stuff. They feel that the Life of Brian is their best film. But I got it on discs, and I used to repeat it. I used to sit in chemistry lessons repeating it. So Monty Python is the biggest one. Richard Pryor, probably the stand-up, the most influential. Richard Pryor and Billy Connolly, the Scottish comedian, those two together. And also I'd say Steve Martin. I've just downloaded his book about being a stand-up comedian, how he stopped doing that. So you'll see some of the craziness that Steve Martin's stand-up is in there. Billy Connolly, he talks and still does. And if you ever get a chance to see Billy Connolly, I encourage you to go see him. Very funny guy, and he's a big influence on me. He talks that thing I was saying about endlessly talking and never stopping, and that conversation in the pub. And Richard Pryor is all the sort of chats, all these different characters and that kind of thing. That came out of Richard's stuff. So those are my influences.
Can you look at?
Yeah.
Can you look at my YouTube video? Say hi to my friend. Maybe should be here. Say hi.
All right. What's her name?
Tara.
Hi, Tara. Why isn't she here? Oh, okay. That's just about a good number. Right. Yes.
I blather with your European fans, and they're really worried that you're never going to come home again.
No. I'm coming. I tell the European fans I'm coming. I'm just trying to work out because and you're talking about UK specifically as well. Yeah. Well, particularly the UK, obviously. I am going to get to the UK. It's going to be soon. The problem is so many people tour in the UK. There's sort of more. There's something to do with slightly less touring in America and much larger area and bigger population and stuff. That when you get to the UK, it's really crammed in, and so you have to give a huge lead time before you do a tour. And I can't say a year and a half ahead that I'm going to do a tour. I just can't plan that way with the television stuff going on. So I'm going to come in and do a 11 o'clock tour. That's my plan. Is what I was doing in New York, doing these gigs at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and the Coronet in Los Angeles. I'm just going to do late shows. So that's what I'm going to come in to do. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's going to be soon. So I'll be there.
Awesome. Eddie?
Yes.
Dressed to Kill, fabulous outfit. Who are some of your favorite designers?
Well, I mean that was Gautier. That was actually a cut down Gautier one. Gautier's probably, even though I met him and he was kind of nonplussed by me, I think. Because I know he's very into Madonna, but I think straight transvestite is probably not really on his radar. But yeah, I've worn in Glorious, like that was Gautier. What was the fourth one? In Definite Article, that was a Gautier jacket. In Dressed to Kill, that was Gautier. I think that was the last one. But yeah, it was a sort of cut down, longer dress thing. It was sort of cut down into a jacket. So I think but then in the boy area, in the male area, it's Paul Smith. I think is very good, and William Hunt. I've liked his stuff. I started wearing a lot of Jeeves and the Hawks, which is the looks like Jeeves and Hawks. It's on Savile Row. Savile Row stuff. I think this is Jeeves and Hawks. So yes, a lot of tailored stuff now. So those are my ideas. Yeah.
Do you consider any subject taboo that you could talk about on stage? Or anything that you don't talk about?
No, I think you can talk about anything you want. It depends on what angle you take on it. I mean, you can talk about death. You can talk about people dying of diseases and things. But if you're mocking people, then obviously that's not good. I'm trying not to do that with religion. I'm trying to say that, I just really don't go there anymore. And apparently now on Wikipedia I'm listed as an atheist. It happened very quickly. People sort of updated that very quickly. But there's also, if you look at the populations around the world of different religions, I think, and I don't know quite how they work out, these are estimates, but it's like, let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Shane.
2, 3, 2, 3.
It's going to be fun. Oh, here we go. So
course, one of my favorite songs is... This is great. This is excellent. I have no idea what I was saying. Oh yeah, no, the population thing. Can everyone hear now?
Yeah.
Was this louder than I was before?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good. Got no levity bit. Hang on, I'll just finish this one. So the populations go. There's about 2 million people who are Christian, and it's interesting. If you look at the Muslim people, it breaks down to Sunni and Shiite. It seems to be those two groups. If you look at the Sunni and Shiite, if you look at the Islamic thing, I can bust great, right? If you look at the Christian list, it breaks down to Methodism, it's just about 12, 15, 20 different groups. So, which is interesting. So there's 2 billion Christians, 1.5 billion Islamic people, and then there's 1.1 billion agnostics, atheists, skeptics, humanists, and all those groupings. And all I'm saying is, I just think it is up to us. If we can do that live and let live thing, then we probably can make the world work. And that's why I'm so interested in the European Union. And a lot of people in England seem to be very skeptical about it. But I think if we can make the European Union work, then maybe we can make the whole world work. Because we've got to be talking to each other. And it's interesting what Barack and Senator McCain are talking about now, and Barack saying we should talk to people, and Senator McCain saying you've got to hold up bridges, walls that they have to hurdles that people have to climb before they talk to them. And it's interesting. Well, you should look at the Northern Ireland situation, because Margaret Thatcher was talking to the IRA even when she said she wasn't talking to the IRA. That was the curious thing. She was talking to them secretly. Yeah, that's working out. She was talking to them secretly. And in the end, by talking to everyone, we've got to peace in Northern Ireland, which is pretty amazing. I used to live there, so I think it's fantastic. So within Northern Ireland, which should be studied, and I know that in the Iraq situation, the British kept talking about, we know how to deal with this, guys, and the American forces were going, could you just shut the fuck up? We're the American forces, and obviously they got loads of, a lot of extra people on the ground, but they just really didn't want to listen to the British. So there you go. That's how you do it. Kerry is showing how to hold a speed. So that's Chris. I'm going to go to the one at the back.
Hi.